Gacha games are some of the most popular video games today, not to mention some of the most lucrative. And I think the reason is obvious why, or rather I thought it was until I read this Reddit post on the Gacha Gaming subreddit with over 2,000 upvotes saying that they truly understood why people liked gacha games. And well, I don't think they get it. I think I truly understand why people like gacha games. Let's read. I will put it out there. The reason why people don't like gacha games is it's pay to win or too much time commitment, it's bland, boring, gambling, etc. But to those that enjoy gacha games in general after playing multiple gacha games throughout the many years, I think I understand why many others are committed to them and why they enjoy it more than any other game. For starters, the most important is that it gives you purpose. I don't know about that. Playing a game without purpose tends to stale after a while, whereas gacha games incorporate this format to keep you doing something to the point there's nearly no end to what you are doing. Overall, it keeps you wanting to play. Okay, first off, I don't think gacha games give you purpose, but then let's understand what he means by a game without purpose. The purpose of playing a game is to have fun. That's it. Maybe if you want to be an esports pro, then it is to get better, to be competitive, but in general, it's to have fun. So I don't understand what this purpose is supposed to mean. And then again, I don't think gacha games give you purpose. They keep you playing out of daily commissions, FOMO, weekly rewards, events that go away, and a side of gambling that changes your brain chemistry. I don't think they give you purpose. I feel like what's happening with gacha games, or like with how people see gacha games, really reminds me of how people used to see, or like used to engage with like MMOs back in the day, where they would be the only thing they played. They would be basically part of any player's daily routine. They will be so into the game, playing so many hours. I mean, with gacha games, you can't really play many hours a day because after a while, there's just not much content to do. But, you know, MMOs as well do have like daily commissions and all these things. But with MMOs, it was more of a thing where you got attached to the friends you've made along the way, in a way. Your party, your guild, your cat girl wife who's probably a 50-year-old man living in Akron, Ohio. But in gacha games, you're just so attached to the characters that they've perfectly crafted to be likable. And there's nothing wrong with liking the characters. It's just that when you think that this is giving you purpose, I think there's probably a deeper problem. Now, let's keep reading. The second, and also just as important, is the character's wife as an husband is a character that you enjoy looking at playing as his equivalent as to real life happiness. Therefore, making the spending of money worthwhile as it keeps you both happy both in game and in real life. I'm sorry, this is the saddest shit I've ever read. Third is subjective, but gacha games has this cozy vibe that creates memories in you, something you will possibly never forget. Even if you quit playing the game, you will always remember it, since gacha games are all for the formula, the memory experience that can be used on other gacha games in an entire new game, and you have already experienced what it's like, and therefore you feel content and comfortable playing it. I mean, gacha games are really good at getting you attached. The characters are perfectly crafted to cater to you. The stories put you at the center of the stage, and they want you playing every day, interacting with these characters every day. And of course, if you interact with the same thing a lot of times, you will just get attached. That's the same thing that happens with MMOs. With MMOs, it was more of a social thing, I would say. You can disagree with me if you'd like, but that's what I think. While gacha games give you the illusion of being social. And finally, fourth, they are free to play. You can try it out. If you don't like it, you can just stop playing. There are so many gacha games out there, you are bound to find that one gacha game that sits right with you. Perhaps, but I don't think gacha games are for everybody. I think even as a person that plays a lot of gacha games, I think the highest forms of games are still like games that you pay for, you experience once, or maybe you want to experience multiple times, but that have a start and have an end. I think gacha game stories suffer by the fact that they don't have actual endings. Listen, of course they do have like chapters, but the stories will continue indefinitely until either the game goes ends of service, or it goes end of service and a number 2 comes out. So is this why people like gacha games? The real reason is gacha games are really good at making you attached. It's very simple. Gacha games are really good at making you attached, and now that they're actually decent to very good games, it's even easier.